Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation versus the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please excuse me because I'm feeling a bit sick at the minute. I probably wouldn't have done a video except for I didn't do it all last week. I was trying to work on doing another Halloween look, a skeleton, not one of the ones that I've seen before. Just trying to take pieces of other ones that I found that I liked, but none of them were working for me. So I was doing stuff and I was trying to do stuff last week, but it wasn't working out for me, so I had no videos. So this week I'm going to have to do 2 Halloween looks, but for right now I'm going to be reviewing the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation and the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. So hope you guys enjoy and find it useful. I'm going to start with the Naked Skin. This is the one that I got first. It says on it that it's weightless ultra definition liquid makeup, and it's paraben free. Shake well before use. That's actually on both of these, which I honestly forget to most of the time, but it doesn't. This one's not an issue. This one kind of could be an issue. So the Naked Skin is really light, like light coverage and light feeling. Like you wouldn't feel like it's on your face after you put it on. You don't have that feeling like your face is like being smothered or anything like that. It's really lightweight. There's no blemishes. It does give you an overall nice finish. The color matchup, especially on my skin, which is so pale, is like really good. Like I find a lot of foundations, because I'm so pale, they just look really orange on me, whereas this one, like the tones in it are just really nice on my skin. I barely have to go beyond like my face really, because it's perfect. It's kind of more of a tinted moisturizer than a foundation, and I would say that because just the coverage isn't really there. Like I have freckles in the winter time, the freckles are barely even noticeable, but even with this you could still kind of see the little freckles underneath, you know. It will give you a nice, like, and that's why I say it's like a tinted moisturizer, because it will give you something, but it's not really that much. It doesn't look cakey, and as I said before, it feels like weightless on the face. It's quite runny, so I'm just going to show you here on my hand. I'm going to just do one squirt, and you can see, look, it's already dripping down, flying down. So it's really watery. This was a foundation that I used. I know I put one big squirt and I'm trying to rub it in now so you can see. And I'm only going to put on half of my hand, so I'm going to have to wipe off some of that, because it's literally that watery. So in a way, like, you don't need that much of it, but it ends up like, you know, once you move it around, it's pretty light, like, you know, the coverage wise, like it wouldn't really hide anything. But okay, so if you can see there, like, you probably can't even see where it is on my hand, even though I have nothing here and I have it here, and this half back to here, that's where I put it. And like, you can't even tell, but that's how good it is to match up to my skin. I like it, but the problem that I had with it, when it became a problem for me, is in terms of coverage. So when I was on my honeymoon, when I'm in the sun a lot, my freckles come out even more. There's more of them there, and they get darker. And so this foundation really just, like, it wasn't hiding any of them, and I didn't really feel like, you know, how you want to feel when you put on foundation and what the effect you want it to have on your skin. I didn't really feel like it was doing that for me. And I was running out anyway, like I still have a little bit of it left. But that's when I went and I bought the All Nighter foundation. This one is way more orange. So I just had, you already saw I put the first half here. I'm going to put this one here and you can just see how it goes as well. Okay, so you see that one's like a blob. That's not running down my hand like the other one did. Okay, like you can see that there. So now I'm just going to like rub that in a little bit. Now this one's way thicker, but it doesn't feel like it. Once you blend it right into your skin, it doesn't like feel like you've got like a layer of cake on your face, like, which is what I think I expect with most foundations. I shouldn't have squeezed that big of a blob onto my hand for either of them, because I just put on too much. So as you can see, there's a very clear line. You can see that line going down my hand. This is the All Nighter, and then this is the Naked Skin. Like, you can see now, obviously that still looks a bit wet, but It actually, well, to be fair, it does tend to look a bit wet once you've put it on, but it does settle out on your skin. Like it doesn't, like by the time, if you literally give it like 2 or 3 minutes, it doesn't look shiny like that anymore. But you can literally see the very clear line between where the two foundations were. The one thing that's not showing up in this camera, which is kind of, I'm finding it a bit disappointing right now because I'd just like you to know this, is that it is a bit more orange than the other one. Like I just went and picked up the bottle. I knew it was 1.5, the other one was 1.5, and I just was like, yeah, 1.5, 1.5, same brand, same company, it'll be perfect, but it isn't. It's a lot more, there's a lot more of an orangey tone to it, an orangey yellowy tone to it. So right now, because I wasn't smart and I didn't test it beforehand, I have to really blend it out onto my neck. So I'm hoping when this one runs out and I go to get another one, which I fully intend to do, I hope that I'll be able to find one that is the colour kind of tone to it matches up better than this one. So that's just something to know. If you have already bought the Naked Skin and you want to try out the all-nighter, just test it out on your skin again, give it a few minutes, let it sit, and then pick your colour, because it's not the same colour as the other one. Definitely not in the 1.5 shade anyway. Maybe there's some other shades that are the exact same, but it's not the same in the 1.5. So I would say it's probably going to be like that for a few other ones. It's not cakey, it's not greasy, but I do find that sometimes, like, I'll put on my foundation and I won't necessarily put on the powder or anything to set it with straight away. But then if I'm going on to my eyes and I'm doing my eyebrows or I'm doing my eye makeup, I tend to like go like this, you know, like crinkle my forehead. And sometimes it can really like sit in the lines. Like a couple of times when I've been wearing this, I found myself right after I put it on kind of rubbing it and being like, do not stay, do not stay. And luckily it hasn't. It always gets fixed, but just be conscious of that. Light colour matchup on pale skin is really, really good. Freckles still come through, little blemishes will still come through. Like if you have spots or anything, they will come through on this foundation, I would say 100%. Feels weightless on your face, but it's a nice natural, you know, not harsh, oh she's wearing foundation. Like you just be like, oh her skin looks amazing. You wouldn't be like, oh look at her with all her makeup done, da, da, da. It's, you don't really look like you're wearing makeup when you have this one on. So that's this one. This one, yes, you do look like you're wearing makeup. The all-nighter, you do look like you're wearing makeup, but your skin looks like amazing. Like I always thought, all them pictures you see on like Instagram and everything of people with their skin and their makeup look amazing, you're like, yeah, they've got about 10 pounds of makeup on their face and on their skin. They don't, like, not with this one you don't, and it doesn't feel like you do. So that's what I really, really like about this. You kind of you achieve that look of how your skin is, or your skin achieves that look, but without the cakey, thick feeling. Like most other makeup foundations that I've seen, when they provide such great coverage, it almost feels like, oh, I'll catch my nail and I'll scratch my cheek and there'll be like a big chunk of foundation underneath it, and there won't be with this. I will say one thing that I have to make very, very clear is, I think someone can say an eyeshadow is good or bad. You could say a mascara is good or bad, because I'm pretty sure all the things that we find, in order for a good eyeshadow to be a good eyeshadow, it has certain characteristics and qualities that it just has to have. With foundation or anything for your skin, I think it's kind of different, because every single person has different skin. So I do think different foundations, different products are going to be good on different skin. Yes, there is sometimes these amazing foundations that are really good on multiple different skin types, but I don't find that's often the case. So like for example on Sephora, the average review of this is 3.4 stars. The average reviews of this is 4.3. But it depends on what you're looking for. So even though I know obviously, from what that says to me is, this one works well on multiple skin types, because it wouldn't get that high if it didn't. This one isn't for every skin type. Also, it seems to be some conflicting information out there. Like I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, I only need like one pump or a pump and a half and it does my whole face. No. I'm like, pump, 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 pump. 4 pumps. Like I need 4 pumps. They're not huge pumps, but they're still 4. As opposed to people are like, oh, 1. Yeah, if you had 1, you might probably get a similar look to this. With the same 4 pumps, but with 1.5. So you might get more for your money that way. But like I use the same amount of this as I would of this. Yes, this is thicker, but you just wait till you see how it looks on your skin. But as I said, what I would highly recommend if you're looking for a good foundation and you don't know what to do, what to try, if you go on to like Sephora and check out the reviews, like if something's got really high scores, then it's probably good on multiple skin types. However, if you're coming across a foundation probably more like this all-nighter where there seems to be conflicting reviews, I would say to you, look down through the comments and find the people who are saying, oh, my skin is like X, Y, and Z, which is how your skin is. And pay attention to what they are saying and basically ignore what everybody else is saying. That's what I would tell you to do, because, you know, I personally love this. My skin is, I would say it's normal skin. They're like, you know, it can get a little bit dry from time to time, but really if I moisturize it and then like it's fine. Like if I even just did it once, if I noticed it was a bit dry, I could just moisturize just then, and then 10 minutes later it's fine to put on foundation for me. That's what my skin's like. And this one I really like. But I noticed some of the other comments on this foundation with people with different skin types, that not all the other skin types, but just some different ones to my own, didn't like it. So that's my best piece of advice to you. I actually really like this, even though it got 3.4 stars. I think it's the favourite foundation I've tried, and I've had the MAC foundation, like I'm going to say MAC foundation now, because when I owned MAC foundation was when I like didn't have a clue about makeup at all. It was when my mother bought me. Like I don't even know the full proper name of it, but I never bothered looking into it again because I didn't like it. It was really cakey. But if you're just trying to figure out what's your foundation, that's what I would tell you to do. Like I bought this simply because I thought so highly of this one, and I'm like, same brand, like how can it be so far wrong, especially with foundations. I didn't really think they'd change the formula up that much, which they obviously have, and it does have massively different effects. Like they're not close to each other in what they do at all. This is for more like a natural, you just want a little bit of something on your face, but you know, you're not looking for anything drastic. This is more full coverage, like going out, or even if you're not going out but you like more of a coverage foundation, this is the one if you're picking between the two. But as I said, the best thing you can do when it comes to this one, because I don't think it's right for a foundation to be like, this is the best ever, right? Like, as I said, I think this one's the best ever for me and my skin. But even for me looking up the reviews for other people, not everybody is agreeing. So that's what you need to do. The most important thing to do is, like, this one is 3.4 stars. If I just went and looked this up, which I bought it when it just kind of came out, so I didn't really look up any reviews on it, I just kind of bought it. But if I had and I saw 3.4, I'd be like, no, not a chance. Because I'm like, I don't have that much money to be spent, well, I say I don't, but I will anyway, of course. You know what we're like, girls. I'm like, no, I have no money, I'm so broke. Makeup. It's like new. So, but yeah, I just bought this. It was new out, there wasn't many reviews on it, and like I just trusted in the brand, and then because I'd had this one before, and I just thought it was more coverage, and I'm like, this is ideal, everything about it is perfect, but then I just want more coverage. And I thought that this would be it, and it is it for me. But as I said, the yellowy tone to it is the biggest problem I have with it. So the all-nighter foundation, which again I said I love, like I'm not gonna deny, I do love it. It is my favorite foundation I've tried yet, and honestly I've been searching for the right foundation for like years, but this is my favorite one so far that I have tried. In Canada you can get it in Sephora, it's $49. In Ireland, you can get it in Debenhams for €30, which is really great. It's on sale right now, so get that. And then in America, you can just buy it straight off the Urban Decay website, and it's $40. Now, the one little small issue I have is €30 is, now this is a less worse one. €30 is the equivalent of you doing the exchange rate right now is 43 Canadian dollars, but I'm paying 49. This one, on the other hand, is 47 Canadian dollars, but it's €22. And if you convert €22 to Canadian dollars, it's like 32. So I'm paying $15 extra based on the exchange rate for this here than I would, like, you know, if I bought it from Ireland. So I kind of have to check it out. Debenhams is the website to get it there. I haven't actually fully went through. I meant to meant to fully go through and just see if I wanted to get the postage over to Canada, how much it would be price-wise difference, but there's a potential for you to save a lot of money because this is right now €20 in Debenhams. So just, if I get the time, I'll put a little message down below and I'll let you guys know if it works out. But that's the situation with this. And this one's $40 both on the Urban Decay website, and you can buy it on Ulta.com. They don't seem to have this one on Ulta.com, which I thought was a bit strange, but they have this one. So the other thing that I did in preparation for this was I looked at the Sephora reviews, because I like to take, as I said, when it comes to skin, I don't want to be the person who's like, this is amazing, everything about this is brilliant, but then there's other people with different skin types who are saying something totally different. Just remember that. If I don't have the same kind of skin as you and I'm talking about a skin product, try and find, like, I can obviously give you an overall, like the colour is off on this. That's going to be the same on everybody regardless of your skin type. Compared to this, like, I mean, you can't get the two same numbers. But when it comes to how it sits on my skin, and how it reacts once it's on my skin for a couple of hours, it's going to be different for me than it is for people with other skin types. So if based on what I've said when it comes to skincare products, if you like what I've said, just double check before you go and buy it yourself with somebody who has the same skin type as you. That should help you out a good bit. Skin type and skin tones. So like skin type being if it is, if you've got dry skin, combination skin, oily skin. Like for me, or normal skin, I would say mine's normal would be my, best guess. Yes, my eyelids can get a little bit oily sometimes, and like the tip of my nose can get a bit oily, but other than that, not really. So that's why I would say pretty much normal. Whereas tone is more like, say, the undertones in your skin, if it's like cool, warm, like whatever it may be. I hope you enjoyed the review of my opinions between the two Urban Decay foundations right now, the Naked Skin and the All Nighter. Thanks. Bye.